Boom, welcome back to the TNEC cast. Your man Shuff with the man, the weapon K. We've changed things up a little bit, but due to scheduling, so we're knocking out two schedules, Jesus, two shows in one recording session.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna still stick to our normal Tuesday posting schedule. So, like I said, we're the TNEC cast, the weapon K, me, myself, the man Shuff. K. Oh wait, before one quick thing, a little out of sorts, but that's okay. We'll get it together. Like, comment, subscribe. You know we need that. Appreciate everybody. It's free.
It's free.
Yay. So it's okay. How you feeling, brother?
I'm chilling. I'm alive. So today we're going to be talking about progressive overloading in life. So translation from Gaines talk to regular people talk. How can we get 1% better every time we wake up? And this stems from just me constantly trying to be 1% better in bodybuilding and sitting there and being like, am I getting 1% better in life? And then you pointed to your t-shirt in the pregame talk part two
Yeah.
of just discipline over motivation. And I was like, yeah, that's it. And then we're going to jump right back in this conversation where it's just like, what disciplines do I want to add in my life to make my life better? Because bodybuilding by itself is a discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just like, okay, right now I have three. I have a 3-minute cold shower. I have to read my book, How to Make Your Bed by I think it was like a general.
Yep. Yep.
It's a Navy. So have you read it?
Haven't read it, but I heard about
Yeah,
it.
it's a
Like I got the
great
gist of
book.
it.
Oh man. And then read my Bible. And now, okay, we have one bad word. This is like a PG-13 episode. And I say this all the time. This all the time to my wife. She's in the room. She doesn't be listening. It feels great to do something knowing that you had the option to be a little bitch. I could and sit there and be like, I don't want to do my 50 minutes of cardio. I do not want to. I don't want to get my 8,000, 7,000 steps in. I don't want to. But whenever you get done and be like, man, like I wasn't a punk today. That's where confidence stems from. And that's when you start building that momentum,
Yep.
building up that steam. And it's just like a snowball rolling down a mountain until it's just like you have this big avalanche and ain't nothing can stop you at that.
Mm-hmm.
And sure, there's gonna be some days where you're just like, ah man, instead of like 3 minutes in the cold showers, 2. And that's okay. Hey, life happens. Just know that you were a little bitch. And that's the dialogue I
I
have
know how you
with
mean it, but
myself, right? And like you guys have your dialogue, your
yeah.
self-talk, but that works for me, saying like, you gonna be a punk, really? Like there's no one here but you, so you know what's real. You can put on this front all you want, like I'm this big bad dude, but you were in the shower for 2 minutes and 56 seconds instead of 3 minutes like you told yourself. It's those simple disciplines. So this is a new topic for me. I started incorporating it in my life like 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. But as we're talking, do you have anything you want to add?
So two things that I thought about. So I can't remember if you actually said this or not. We're currently talking about progressive overload in life.
Yeah.
Um, so number one, I've seen this before, and I actually saw it relatively recently, like the last couple of days. Discipline is the ultimate form of self-love.
Mm-hmm.
And because if you can remain disciplined to something, you know, it changes your life. Like bodybuilding, like the discipline I learned, I thought I was disciplined until I became a bodybuilder. And it's spilled over into all other, facets of my life. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And so that discipline, I just and then which leads to the second thing I was going to say, discipline is freedom. Because when you start getting disciplined, you'd be surprised how much freedom you gain by being disciplined.
Yeah.
You're not running around crazy and not knowing what's going on and everything like that because you're disciplined, you're principled, you're sticking to this, you're sticking to that. Boom, boom, boom. But now, the big thing that I want to talk about, because anytime I can mention NIP, I'm always going to be, I'm always, excited to do that. So if you want real progressive overload in life, what you need to do is learn how to move at escape velocity.
Translation.
How does a plane get up? How does a rocket get into the atmosphere? It goes at escape velocity. So it means you got to leave some things behind. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's attitudes, sometimes it's energy, sometimes it's actions. And that's the ultimate form of progressive overload. Because think about it. So we're talking progressive overload in life, i.e., you're trying to get 1%, just like in bodybuilding, you're trying to get 1% better each day. So that when you look back, you started in a shout out to Biggie, one room shack, you know what I'm saying? And now all of a sudden you're moving into your fourth house because your family's multiplied and now you need a 5-bedroom house. And that's a progressive overload. And you got to, sometimes you do have to move at escape velocity in order to get there. Because and when it's escape velocity, you're moving so fast, you're moving so hard, you're going at such a rate that those negative things can't attach to you anymore. That's the principle behind it. So I'm basically, paraphrasing it. But I mean, I've had to leave a lot of stuff behind in order to get to where I wanted to be. Not everybody. Again, another nip line. Not everybody can go. But it's not just about people. We always want to refer to people, but it's attitudes. You have a certain mind frame or attitude about certain things, and you're not willing to open your mind and understand there's another way of thinking. There's a better way to do such and such. That's holding you back from being able to start moving at escape velocity. You let that go, all of a sudden you're moving at escape velocity. You're getting the promotions. As a coach, you're getting more clients because now you're not hamstrung by your old way of thinking. You know how many things I've had to change my thoughts about?
Yeah.
And I'm stubborn and hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? But I'm stubborn and hard-headed about getting to where I want to be. So I had to say, I gotta think different. I gotta move different. I gotta do different. And that's part of the progressive overload. And then another thing, to go back to the word discipline, not just, discipline in doing what you're supposed to do when nobody's looking, but also about learning disciplines. Like, so for example, you're going to start a business, right? So when everybody knows I own my own business. So I'll have friends come up to me, ask me questions about, okay, this and third. I say, okay, I'm not talking to you as your friend anymore. I'm talking to you as a banker. You're coming up to me. You want me to give you $50,000, $100,000, however many dollars to help to invest in your business, help start your business. So these questions I'm going to ask you now, and some people get uncomfortable with it because I'm going to give you this money. I need to see a return on my investment. So what disciplines do you have that make you a candidate to get this money from somebody else? Now, take it, repackage it. What disciplines have you learned or have you applied to yourself to make it so you can get to your next level?
Yeah.
How many times you see people hear them, oh yeah, I'm trying to get to this, I'm trying to do that. Well, what have you done other than sit on your butt and watch TV? What have you really done? Have you, Kyrie's reading his book, he's reading his Bible, he's doing what he's doing. Are you doing something to get better? You want to be in real estate. How many hours did you study for the real estate exam? How many different books did you read? Because you don't want to be a real estate agent. You want to be an investor. How many books did you read about? How many seminars did you? Because it's the same thing when we talk about our training. How many hours did you spend training? Did you do, like, we can go back. It's all there. And this is where you talked about being a little B word. You were supposed to read for an hour. After 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm bored.
After 10 minutes.
Yep.
After 10 minutes. Do you really want it that bad? You really trying to move at escape velocity? Are you really disciplined? Everybody's motivated. Yeah, man, we're all motivated to make $1 billion. All of us are. But are we really willing to work for it? Because we see the Bezoses and we see the Bill Gates and all these other billion. Shoot, I'll go hood. We'll go Kanye. We'll go Jay-Z.
Yeah.
They're worth billions of dollars now. They worked. Stop acting like it was easy for them. Stop acting like it was given to them. They showed discipline. They mastered their crafts. Kanye West, one of the best producers ever. And you can make Ari one of the better rappers. Jay-Z, one of the best rappers ever. Great businessman. They mastered their crafts. They were disciplined. They learned their discipline. Kanye became a good rapper, was a great producer, learned about fashion and clothes because it was a passion. Boom, 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 boom. They learned the disciplines. And hey, there they are. Everybody wants to say, oh, they're in the Illuminati. Every time a black person do something good, y'all get the damn Illuminati. You know what I mean? But let me I digress. Progressive overload your life.
So one thing that you said, everyone likes to blame other people. Everyone's like, well, I am not the way I'm supposed to be because my mom, because my dad, because the people I hang around and blase, blase, blah. Escape velocity, bro. Wherever you're trying to go, you probably can't even go there. Like the current version of you is going to be the thing that gets completely sucked out the side of the plane.
Yeah.
And that's where it's just like you have to be okay with that. I saw Meg Squat. She posted something, and I was talking to my wife about this, and it was just like, well, I really wanted things to go back to the way they were. It was like pre-baby, you know what I mean? You know the life. It was just like we can just go out to
pick up
5 guys, yeah, do whatever you want. But now with baby, you have to be considerate of baby. She has a bedtime, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, what if you're not supposed to be there anymore, and you're trying to hold on to that? Maybe the place you're going is way greater than where you were. And stop trying to hold on to the past and propel yourself into the future. Something to think about. It was like, well, in high school, you were a 30-year-old man, bro. What are you doing now? Where do you want to go? There's 2 questions that I got from Immortal Minds. He's a YouTuber. And he was like, the 2 questions I ask myself every single day is, who am I and where am I going? Some people look at the map and say, yes, I want to go to IKEA. But they're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And they was like, well, I don't know what to do. Say, where are you? Who are you? Where are you on your map? And how close are you to your goals? Are you right on top of it? Can you smell it? Can you reach out and grab it? Or you in Cali and your goal is in New York and you have a lot of work to do. And you're motivated. Yeah, man, I can do that. I can win 10 Olympias. Yeah.
So it's time to work for him.
Now it's time to work. It's nice to say, like, I want to win 10 Olympias. I want to win an Olympia in men's physique and classic physique. Yeah, until you're puking your brains out in a bucket trying to get some legs now. Every single day. Until you're eating stuff that you don't really want to eat, but you know is good for you. And you want to go get a burger every single day.
Every day.
Every day. And it's cool if you're just like, yeah, like, and you can talk to yourself like, yeah, I want to be a billionaire and stuff like that. Like, that's dope. And you probably don't even mean it, but it's okay. Like, do you? But like extremists like me and Isaac is just like, yeah, I want to make history. Go for it.
I was saying, because it's funny because you bring that up. Because I started thinking about that song. I want to be a billionaire. It's not the money that you want. It's the freedom that comes along with it.
Bingo.
You know what I mean? Like to be able to just, how you talked about pre-baby life, pick up and kind of go where you want to go, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And that's what being a billionaire kind of affords you. I mean, now we don't know how you became a billionaire. I mean, it'd be dope if you went in the lottery because now, you kind of just throw some money in there and live off the interest. But, that's what it really is. So that's what you talk about. Who am I? Where am I going? Do you want $1 billion or do you want what $1 billion represents?
Yeah. And define your goals. And most importantly, this is a video game reference. So if you're old, I'm sorry, you're probably not going to get it, but I'll explain it. I'll translate it. I used to play Call of Duty growing up and competitive Call of Duty. And one rule is like you don't die with grenades in your hand. What does that mean? You don't die. Okay, even better. You don't die with a full clip. If you go out, you going out shooting.
Yep.
That's
it. Flashing red.
Yep. Yo, you better be spraying up. You better be moving. You better be doing something. Because that's the last thing you want to do. What if? I should have. Now people I hate this. Now you're the biggest could have, would have, should have. I could have, but I had a kid. I should have, but I just didn't have the time and the resources.
Coaches didn't like me.
The teachers didn't like me. Right. this is something, and this is a thing, right? These are not attacks, or something to look out for. Because I was that kid of the teacher didn't like me. Ask my dad. Ask my pops. He's probably going to comment below. I'm like, yep, that was that boy. Of like, man, if I would have went harder, I would have. Oh man, it would have been game over.
So now I'm gonna say something on that because I've been in that position before. Mm-hmm. You've probably been in that position before too.
Yep.
That one sucks.
Yep.
That one sucks because I remember in track, I got when I came up in Jersey, so I came up in a very competitive state. There's so many times I was just kind of just doing, but then when I would get beat because we're at now I'm at a very high level, and I'm like, man, if I would have actually took practice seriously, if I would actually been doing what I was supposed to do, I wouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
And that's the word. I know now. If somebody beats me, they beat me. Because I did what I was supposed to do. If I would have, just you saying that,
I can taste it.
Yeah, that one, oof.
And that's the thing. It's just like we've been there. Like we've all been there. You have to remember it. You have to remember it. If you just allow that thought just to be like, whatever. No, like I use that as fuel. Because same thing with me, it was wrestling. So whenever I joined the wrestling team my sophomore year, I didn't lose on a Saturday. So I've won every single tournament for the great majority of the year. So like, let's say it started in September until December, I've won every single tournament. So of course I thought I was nice. I was like, all right, bro. First year and I'm just spanking guys. Like, bro, get out of here, dog. Until you go against the big dogs at regionals and state. That'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm good, but I can get better. Mm-hmm. And then you get punched in the face. Oh, man, I can feel it, man. I can feel it in my gut. It's just like, what if? And now I take that with me in the gym because I don't want to get on that national stage, get exposed, and sit there and be like, what if? What if I gave my all in that one set?
Mm-hmm.
Empty the tank.
And then it's funny because you said, especially this is going to be a really good comparison. You talk about the national stage. So when I was at Pitt, and I remember there was a couple girls from Franklin that I saw at states that won state championships. My roommate, shout out to Gerald. I know Gerald doesn't watch this. My roommate Gerald, state champion, Pennsylvania. I'm not going to say the year because you're too young. You're going to be like, I was in diapers. But shout out to Gerald, my roommate. Long story long, I remember the first day of practice, coach said, look around. There's a whole bunch of state championships, a whole bunch of state champions here. There's a whole bunch of the baddest in the area here. You got to prove yourself against that. Are you really the baddest? And that's where that woulda, coulda, shoulda. I remember that was a big wake-up call to me because I know I wasn't working out hard enough the summer before that. I was having some conversations with people, what they was doing. I was like, oh, crap. I'm a little behind the eight ball, just from a workload standpoint. And that's the same thing with the national stage.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure you mentioned it here. Because sometimes, because our weekly brother conversation happens via Zoom, so I can't remember if we actually were talking about it or it was on the show. And you were saying how there's people that are in hiding or that there's just different reasons before they hit that national stage. You know what I'm saying? So you got to remember that, shoot, I got to outwork that person too.
Yep.
Those are the things that's got to keep you on your toes so you don't, because again, how are you going to get better? How are you going to progressively overload in life if you're sitting there constantly, I could have done this, I should have. You won't be stuck in the mud. That's the same person has been at the same bar for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Worked the same dead-end job. Sorry, we just gotta be real here. And you come back into town or you come by the thing, and she hitting you, hey man, what's going on? Da, 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 da. That's that same person when you got out of college, they ain't done nothing.
Yeah.
They telling you, man, I would have went D1 if the coach would have put me in against them in the state game, looking like Uncle Rico. They should have never took me out the game in state. I could throw this thing over a mountain, all this stuff. Then you end up selling Tupperware. You know what I mean? Be the best damn Tupperware salesman out there. Progressively overload that. But long story long, don't be the woulda, shoulda guy, because you ain't gonna go nowhere if you that. It's oh man, just saying that still sticks in my craw, man. That's a woo.
Because we all know that guy or that
Oh yeah.
girl. It's like back in my day, I used to be as big as you. That's why I really don't like going to Golds whenever it's like mad busy.
Yeah.
It was like, man, I used to be your size. I used to be bigger. I'm like, all right, OG.
Well, see, this is the funny thing. So it's usually somebody my age talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank the good Lord and thank you, Mom, Harriet, love you for good genes. Because I've had people that are my age say, "Oh, when I was your age, I was able to do this," and I tell them how old I am,
And they're
and they'll be
like,
like,
oh.
"I'm like, yeah, yeah."
Still going. We still here.
Man, don't mess with me like that. So but that's again, don't be that guy or gal, please.
And this is also like where you are. Like, I'm going to be a professional athlete before the end of the year. You are currently a natural professional athlete. David Goggins was like, once you hit that status, you can never go home. Translation: if I ever see a fat Isaac, I'm going to be on your case. Because there's a certain standard that you're held to. Imagine a fat Kobe.
Oh wow.
You can't.
Yeah. Because even when he's retired, he looked like he could step back on the court any second.
You have to. You can never go back home. You're on that pedestal now. Now you're letting people down.
Yeah.
And now I made a vow to myself. I was like, I will never be one of these guys that be like, yeah, I was. Like, I know my time in bodybuilding will soon end. But like, oh God, if I'm not like still looking presentable, like a Lila Brada, like a Jay Cutler, like a Phil Heath. I don't know, Phil Heath just retired, but
even
still.
Rich. When I was with Rich,
yeah, Rich still looks solid.
He lift the shirt up, bring, still everything.
Because they know you can never go home. You cannot live that lifestyle for that long and then go right to being a normal guy.
Or who's my man that always is talking that noise? Oh my God, Sean Ray. He let himself go.
Oh yeah. But I think that's where not this episode. Anyway, I think it could go with how, like, if you truly love the game. There's a difference between if you love the game, like Jay loves this game.
Yep.
Or if you're doing it for, just like external reasons, the glory, the fame and all that good stuff. So if you truly love this, like even when you're retired, bro, like this brings you joy. Oh yeah. Like Fuad still looks good. Mm-hmm. He's been retired. So, but yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy. Do not be that guy. And also find areas in your life, and it's not going to be like leaps and bounds, and it's small things, very small things. Make your bed. Do the dishes every night. I use a cold shower. I do it because there is literally no reason to do a cold shower. That's why I do it. There's some benefits and da-da-da. It's just like, but 1% out of the 99, I really don't care. But there's no reason for me to do this. Therefore, I must do it. Mm-hmm. So read a book.
It's just like Mike Tyson said, especially once he got rich. He ran at 4 a.m. just because he knew nobody else was doing it. Yep. So that was that little edge he could get. Yeah. I was talking about how, I know there's a lot more variety I can have in some of my prep food, but I like to suffer.
Still get used to it.
I want to suffer a little bit. I want to feel like that just make me feel more alive in prep. I'm like doing something, and I just know that there's other people that are they're going for I want to be happy. Like, nah, I'm coming pain and misery, and I'm gonna take your head off.
Pissed off. I've been starving. I'm coming, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got. You got Anything else for the people? It's been 25 minutes.
25 minutes of fire, baby.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
discipline over motivation, TNECstore.com. If you want one, holla at your
It's
boy.
in the description
You know,
below.
go get you one. You know, see. Oh wait, wrong sleeve. Sorry, it's reversed.
You
You know,
know,
TNEC on sleeve. Holla, holla, holla.
you had a baseball jersey, like the button up. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah. That was
I
a
don't
gotta
know.
finish site. I
I
got to figure out a way to get a bunch of them and then just
yeah,
put them on the site because it was a little custom joint. Yeah.
yeah. Let me know, bro.
And,
Whatever you
and I
fuck
got the
with.
basketball. Yeah, those shirts are fire because golly, those shirts are fire. And I had the little basketball. Yeah, yeah, them things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just add a little something, something. But that's offline talk.
yeah.
If you don't have anything, thank you guys for watching again.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We're here every Tuesday, 7 a.m. Eastern. You can count on it in your morning cardio. So y'all be safe out there, and y'all take it easy. Later.
Peace.